Very cool.
So I'm just going to say a little bit about what we're going to do, because I know we haven't really spoken about what we're going to do. And then we'll do some tapping together, and everyone on the call, whether you're familiar with EFT or not, I'll give a short explanation, and then you can join us if you'd like to. So this call really is for busy mums, which I know you are, Ariella, and lots of mums, I know my clients tend to experience a lot of stress and overwhelm. They get exhausted very easily. And I want to share with you a tool for those of you who aren't familiar that can really help you to release that stress and overwhelm. So EFT, or it's also known as emotional freedom techniques and tapping. It's like acupuncture, but it's for emotions, and it's without the use of needles. And most of the points that we're going to be tapping are on the face. So Ariella, I'm going to ask you to just follow along with me, and do what I do and say what I say. And for you listening in, if you want to join us, then please do join in, but taking responsibility for your own well-being. So Ariella, do you want to describe anything around the stress and overwhelm that you're experiencing right now?
Yeah, so it's a feeling of not having enough time, and that kind of generates the anxiety that there's not enough time to do the things that need to be done. And I would say, as a busy mom, that there's a lot of the people that I'm responsible for, there's a lot of decisions that I'm constantly having to make. And so there's a certain level of overwhelm of making all of these different decisions, and that I get overwhelmed by. And so that's pretty much it. I think that when it's needing kind of to have some space to think straight, and that kind of contributes to as well, to the overwhelm and the anxiety.
Okay, thank you. So where do you feel those feelings of overwhelm and not enough time and decisions that I have to make? Where do you feel that in your body?
Either, all central, could be here, or abdomen. Kind of, if I'm anxiety, I'm feeling kind of in my stomach, and then I think that when I'm running out of time, it starts to rise higher and higher until it's like here. But probably starts a low feeling and then goes higher.
Okay, I'm just going to make some notes on what you say so that I don't have to remember it all off by heart. So, anxiety. Anxiety, was that in your chest? And it all rises when things need to get.
It kind of starts like here low, and then I think as it increases by the time, if it's a high level, then it's already up to.
Okay. And where would you say it is right now? So would you your heart, yeah?
Yeah, this height.
Okay. And what's the sensation in that area?
I just say feeling heart beating a little bit, stronger than when I'm in an even, calm place.
Okay, thank you. And if that heart beating stronger sensation had a color, what color would it be?
Don't know. I'm seeing like a gray line.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so are you happy to do some tapping on that? And so for those of you listening in, if you are also experiencing stress and overwhelm and anxiety, so just tune into where you're feeling it in your own body. And then what I'm going to ask you all to do, and also Ariella, is to rate the intensity of that on a scale of 0 to 10, where 0 you feel completely calm, peaceful and light, and 10 is the most intense that it could be. So For you, Ariella, what number would you give that now?
5.
5. Okay, great. Thank you. So we're going to start by tapping on the side of your hand. And if you just repeat after me, and if I say anything that doesn't feel comfortable, please let me know. And for those of you listening in, if you're going to tap along with me, you agree to take responsibility for your own well-being. And if I say anything that doesn't feel right, just simply stop doing it. So even though I have this anxiety in my heart, and it feels like my heart's beating stronger, and it feels like a grey line, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have this anxiety in my heart area, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have this anxiety in my heart area, I deeply and completely accept myself. Okay, we're going to start tapping through the points, starting with the top of the head. And for those of you who are watching for the first time, this might seem quite weird. It is weird, but just try it and see if it works for you. So all this anxiety about all the things I need to do, and all this stress, and all this overwhelm, and I can feel my heart beating, and all the decisions I have to make can feel overwhelming. My heart beating, and the grey line, and this anxiety in my heart area. Grey line, anxiety in my heart area. Too much to do. Never ending. And all these decisions to make. Anxiety. Now put your hands on your heart or center of your chest and say, transform, and take a deep breath.
Transform.
So I actually forgot to ask you, did I forget? Oh, you said a 5. Yes, that's right. So on a scale of 0 to 10 now, when you tune into that anxiety, what number would you give that now?
3, 2.
Great. Okay, and is it still a grey line?
Well, there's white on either side of it, but hard to say if that's the screen that I'm looking at somehow. I think, yeah, it's a paler shade, I would say.
Okay, great. And okay, and is your heart still beating faster?
No.
Okay. Okay, let's do another round and see if we can get that down a little bit further. And for those of you who are watching or listening in, there's a chat on the sidebar, and if you've got any questions or you want to share any results that have come up for you as you're tapping along, please do type them in the message box and we'll look at them afterwards. Okay, so even though I have this remaining anxiety. Hi, Lisa. I have this remaining anxiety. Do you want to repeat that? So I got distracted seeing Lisa on board, so I just thought I'd say hi. Let's start again. Even though I have this remaining anxiety.
Even though I have this remaining anxiety.
In my heart.
In my heart.
I deeply and completely.
I deeply and completely.
Accept myself.
Accept myself.
Even though.
Mara.
Yeah.
It's gone down. I think that's also, it's here now. It's not
okay, great. Okay, so would you call that your solar plexus or your tummy or stomach?
Tummy.
Tummy, okay.
So is this solar plexus? I don't know what solar plexus is.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's just whatever word is right for you. So if it's tummy, if tummy's the right word, well, you go with that.
Yeah.
Okay. So even though the anxiety's moved down to my solar plexus, to my tummy.
The anxiety's moved down to my tummy.
I deeply and completely. Accept myself. Even though my anxiety's moved down to my tummy. I deeply and completely. Accept myself. So tapping through the points now. It's now in my tummy. And the grey line. Has white on either side. This remaining anxiety. Move down to my tummy. Remaining anxiety. And there's white either side of the line.
White on either side of the line.
And I'm remembering all the things that I need to do.
I'm remembering all the things I need to do.
All the decisions I need to make.
All the decisions I need to make.
And I'm open to the possibility.
And I'm open to the possibility.
Of noticing my feet on the ground.
Noticing my feet on the ground.
And my body in the chair.
And my body in the chair.
And allowing myself to become present.
And allowing myself to become present.
Being here right now.
Being here right now.
And I'm open to the possibility.
I'm open to the possibility.
Of finding ease in this moment.
Finding ease in this moment.
And I'm open to the possibility.
And I'm open to the possibility.
Of beginning to release.
Of beginning to release.
A little bit more of this anxiety.
A little bit more of this anxiety.
Becoming more present.
Becoming more present.
And restful.
And restful.
And calm.
And calm.
And peaceful.
And peaceful.
I'm open to the possibility.
I'm open to the possibility.
Of trusting. That there's more than enough time.
There's more than enough time.
For everything I need to do.
For everything I need to do.
I'm open to the possibility.
I'm open to the possibility.
Of time becoming elastic for me.
Of time becoming elastic for me.
And it can stretch as much as I need it to stretch.
And it can stretch as much as I need it to stretch.
While I remain calm.
While I remain calm.
And peaceful.
And peaceful.
I'm open to the possibility.
I'm open to the possibility.
Of knowing and trusting.
Of knowing and trusting.
That whatever decisions I make.
Whatever decisions I make.
Will be the right ones for me.
Will be the right ones for me.
In this moment.
In this moment.
I'm open to the possibility.
I'm open to the possibility.
Of bringing more calm.
Bringing more calm.
With every breath I take.
With every breath I take.
And put your hands in the center of your chest. Say transform and take a deep breath.
Pencil.
So how are you doing now? What's the strongest thought or feeling for you now?
As I was doing that last tap, two things happened. One thing was that every time I went to this spot, I felt like a lowering. When I got there, felt like something would drop each time. And the other thing is that when I was open to all these possibilities, there was this like, little phrase that came in, I don't know what to do first, which I think is a big thing that happened for me is I just, when I've got all these things to do, is this overwhelming voice that goes, what do I do first? And that is a big thing.
And how strong is that voice right now on a scale of 0 to 10?
Also a 5. Because right now I'm not actually facing that voice because right now I'm just doing this. So I don't really have that choice of what do I do first. Right now this is what I'm doing. But when that door is open of what do I do first and I've got this amount of time, and I think that idea of time being elastic and I could use it. And then immediately whenever I do have time to use, that's the biggest feeling that comes up is what do I do first? So that was
great. That's
because right now I'm not in it at the moment. I can just imagine it.
And I think that's really useful for people listening as well, because I think it's so common with mums just to get completely overwhelmed and where do I start, and just kind of suddenly have a moment of time and just almost be frozen in the headlights because you don't know where to start. So when we come off this call, have you got a lot to do, or have you, or what's going to happen? I mean, you don't have to go into any detail, but have you got a lot of choices and decisions to make when we come off this call?
Not a lot of decisions to make. I'm going to have to go. I might have a little window of time, or I might need to kind of go straight on my school run, but I've got a couple of errands, probably 4 things I've got to do like on my way there. So dropping off one thing at somebody's house and like things I have to do kind of on before I get to the school run.
So when you think about what you need to do first, when you think about all the things that there are that you need to actually do, not right now in this moment, but generally speaking, can you access that feeling of like, I don't know what to do first?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And when you access that feeling on a scale of 0 to 10, how strong is that now?
8.
8.
8.
Great. And where do you feel that feeling in your body?
Here and here.
So head and neck, sides of head and sides of neck.
Mm-hmm.
And if those feelings in your head and neck had a color, what color would they be?
I mean, is it about what color I see, or is it sort of what color? Because that's hard to really get to a color for it.
We can let go of the color. It's fine. And if the feelings, and if what's the sensation in the side of your head and neck?
There's tightness,
Mm-hmm.
tightness in the neck, and I think the head is a little spinny feeling, kind of ever so slightly dizzy.
Okay, thank you. So let's do some tapping on that. And for those of you who are following along, again, please take responsibility for your own well-being as you're tapping. So, and if anything doesn't feel right or sound right, either change the words or just stop doing it. And Ariel as well, if anything doesn't feel or sound right, just let me know. So even though I don't know what to do first,
I don't know what to do first.
I have this overwhelming voice.
I have this overwhelming voice
that keeps coming.
that keeps coming.
I deeply and completely
I deeply and completely
accept myself.
accept myself.
Even though
No,
I can feel this in the side of my head and neck,
I can feel this on the side of my head and neck.
and there's tightness in my neck,
And tightness in my neck.
and my head feels a bit dizzy.
My head feels dizzy.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Accept myself.
Even though
You know,
I have all these feelings,
all these feelings.
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
And I'm here.
I'm here.
So tapping through the points, starting with the top of your head. Dizziness.
Dizziness.
In my head.
In my head.
Tightness in my neck.
Tightness in my neck.
All these things I have to do.
All these things I have to do.
And I don't know what to do first.
I don't know what to do first.
All this dizziness.
All this dizziness.
And tightness in my neck.
And tightness in my neck.
It feels never ending.
It feels never ending.
And this overwhelming voice.
And this overwhelming voice.
Of saying, what do I do first?
Saying, what do I do first?
Overwhelming voice.
Overwhelming voice.
And tightness in my neck.
And tightness in my neck.
And dizziness in my head.
And dizziness in my head.
I wonder what it would be like.
I wonder what it would be like.
If I could let a little bit of this go.
I could let a little bit of this go.
And say transform and take a deep breath.
Transform.
So on a scale of 0 to 10, the thought, I don't know what to do first, what number would you give that now?
It's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. So can you try and get worked up about all the things that you need to do and you don't know where to?
I have to start thinking about all the things again, and then it might come back.
Okay, so are you okay to keep going a little bit for time? Is this okay?
Yeah.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to be a bit provocative and ask you to go back and think about all the things that you need to do and see if you can access that feeling again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I just went through again mentally the things that I was kind of hinting at that I have to do on the way, and it's not really bringing up any. I just went through them, but it wasn't creating any. Normally, when I go through my list in my head, it starts bringing up an anxiety level of how am I going to squeeze that? How am I going to do it? But it didn't just now. So, not feeling anything when I'm thinking about the things I have to do on my way.
That's great. So I'm not saying it's gone forever. You know, the chances are it will come back at some point because we haven't actually addressed the root causes of why it's there in the first place. But what would be really nice is if you could choose a quality that you could have more of when you think about all the things you need to do this afternoon, and anything's possible. What quality would you like more of?
Ease.
Ease. Great. So for everyone listening, just think about what you need for the rest of your day. What quality would you like for the rest of your day? And I'm going to use ease with Ariella, but you can choose your own word. So what we're going to do is, if this is slightly different, so just follow along with me. So just say, I want more ease.
I want more ease.
For my afternoon.
For my afternoon.
And take a nice deep breath. I want to feel ease.
I want to feel ease.
Thank you. And take a deep breath. I want to feel complete ease when I think about my afternoon.
I want to feel complete ease when I think about my afternoon.
And take another deep breath. So we're going to start tapping now starting with the top of the head, and just say ease.
Ease.
And take a deep breath. And then we're going to go to a different point, which is it's just in the middle of your eyebrow. It's kind of like where your third eye. So if you just tap there and just say, I want to feel more ease.
I want to feel more ease.
And take a deep breath. And then go to the beginning of your eyebrow, usual point, and say, and if you did have more ease, how would that feel in your body?
Like air blowing through me.
Okay, I'm open to the possibility.
I'm open to the possibility
of feeling air blowing through me.
Of feeling air blowing through me.
And take a deep breath. And side of the eye. I'm open to the possibility.
I'm open to the possibility
of feeling that air blowing through me.
Of feeling that air blowing through me.
Thank you. In every cell.
In every cell.
Every atom.
Every atom.
And every molecule.
And every molecule.
Of my whole entire being.
Of my whole entire being.
And take a deep breath. And under the eye. And if that airy feeling in your body had a colour, and it's fine if you can't think of a colour, but if it had a colour, what colour would it be?
Light blue.
Light blue, airy feeling.
Light blue, airy feeling.
Infusing my whole entire being.
Infusing my whole entire being.
And take another deep breath. And under the eye. Under the nose. I'm open to the possibility.
I'm open to the possibility.
Of allowing this light blue, airy feeling.
Of allowing this light blue, airy feeling. To
infuse the whole of my room.
To infuse the whole of my room.
And the whole of my home.
And the whole of my home.
Take a deep breath. And under the lower lip now. I'm open to the possibility.
I'm open to the possibility.
Of this light blue, airy feeling.
This light blue, airy feeling.
Infusing every member of my family.
Infusing every member of my family.
And take a deep breath. And collarbone. I'm open to the possibility.
I'm open to the possibility.
Of allowing this light, airy feeling.
Of allowing this light, airy feeling.
Infuse my afternoon.
Infuse my afternoon.
And everything I need to do.
And everything I need to do.
With ease.
With ease.
And grace.
And grace.
And peace.
And peace.
And joy.
And joy.
And fun. And then put your hands in the center of your chest. Say ease and take a deep breath.
Ease.
And then say transform and take a deep breath.
Transform.
So how are you doing?
I feel like I'm about to float away.
In a good way or a kind of ungrounded way?
I feel like all of my family members, wherever they are, have just been turned into light blue, airy things.
Wonderful.
Good feeling.
Great.
And nice to know that I can ask for all these things.
You can ask for that and so much more. It's all yours for the asking.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you so much. That's really great. What would be really nice if anyone has been tapping along with us would like to share their experience. I see Erin says, awesome exercise for relaxation. Wonderful. I hope you've been enjoying it and tapping along with us. If anyone has any questions, that would be good to hear as well, and I'll answer them the best I can. So now's the time if you want to share anything, that would be great. And also, I just wanted to let you know that if you are a mum who's feeling stressed or overwhelmed or exhausted or don't know where to start, then I'm doing a live training tonight at 8 o'clock this evening on Zoom, and if you scroll back, then you can see the link to it on the live chat on the right hand side. I can put it there again in a minute, and if you want to join me, it would be really good to see you there. And I'm going to be talking a little bit about more tapping and how tapping is really great. And I know a lot of people who do tap, who know how to tap, like Ariella, I know that you know how to tap, but the key thing is not just knowing the tool, but actually using the tool, because so many of the practitioners that I train know the tool and they do it fantastically with other people, but they don't use it on themselves. So this is a tool that I really want to encourage you to, so that it will become your go-to place in times of stress, because when it becomes a habit, it will just be so easy to do. And on the talk this evening, I'm going to be sharing how I used it in A&E very recently with my mum who had an accident, and on myself, because it was just like, I didn't even have to think, in the panic and in the fear, it was the first thing that came to me, and I did it straight away for both of us. And it was a really powerful experience. I use it on my daughter a lot. I use it on myself all the time. And I just want to share that with you so that it can be your go-to place, that you can use it on yourself and your kids. When you have tapping to use, do you ever use it with your children at all, Ariella?
Yeah, I have a 6-year-old who, when she gets upset, she says, "Emma, tap on me." She says, "Can you tap on me?" So
wonderful.
It occurs to her when I forget about it, and she'll say, could you do that tapping? And I go, oh yeah, right. I remember.
Oh, that is so beautiful. And you know something, when you grow up with a tool like that from from early on, it will be the place that you go when you're stressed. So instead of, like most people, when they're stressed, they kind of have all these negative behaviors. When you have tapping, it will become your go-to place, like it is for, myself, my husband who's an EFT trainer, our daughter, we all use it. And I'm not saying it's the only tool around, because there are lots of great tools, but it's a tool that I love. It works for me, it works for my family, it works for the people we train. And I just want to share that more. So if you can join me at 8 o'clock, then it would be lovely to see you there, and we'll do some more tapping. And that's about it, really. So thank you very, very much. Thank you, Ariella, for joining me, and have a wonderful afternoon. Everyone else have a wonderful afternoon too. And I'll see you on Blab again soon.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.